Hello friends, good morning to one and all. My name is Adi. I am from ECC. My roll number is 20BQ 1804G5. Today I want to say my seminar topic about the classification of semiconductors. Actually, the semiconductors are generally two types: elemental semiconductors and non-elemental semiconductors. Here, the silicon and germanium are the elemental semiconductors. The non-elemental are the combination of second and sixth group or third and fifth group of elements. These are called as non-elemental semiconductors, intrinsic semiconductors, and extrinsic semiconductors. But these are the two sub-branches in the elemental semiconductors. The intrinsic semiconductor means pure silicon or germanium semiconductors are called intrinsic. If any impurity added to the intrinsic semiconductor, it's called as extrinsic semiconductors. And extrinsic semiconductors are classified into again two types. One is a P-type semiconductor, pure silicon doped with third group elements. And another one is a N-type semiconductor, pure silicon doped with fifth group elements. Here, in non-elemental semiconductors, there are again two types: non-elemental stoichiometric semiconductors, non-elemental non-stoichiometric semiconductors. Here, A is to be equal to 1 is to 1, and in non-stoichiometric, A is to be not equal to 1 is to 1. Here, example is binary gap GAS, INP, INAS, INSB, CDS, CDSC, PBS. And here, ternary and quaternary GAASP, INGAASP are the examples. And here, control valency semiconductors. The conductivity of these semiconductors are controlled by adding small concentration of impurities. The addition of these impurities will be limited changes in their electrical properties are known as control valency semiconductors. Or we can say that the specific resistance of various semiconductors are controlled by adding small concentration of impurities. Here examples: nickel oxide doped with the small concentration of lithium dioxide, and here nickel oxide doped with the small concentration of NiOOH, and cobalt oxide doped with the small concentration of lithium dioxide, and BaTiO3 doped with the small concentration of La3+. These are the examples for the control valency semiconductors. And here, the conductivity of pure nickel oxide is about 10 power minus 10 meter inverse, stoichiometric meter inverse, whereas in the same nickel oxide, 10% of the nickel atoms are replaced with lithium atoms. Its conductivity improves to 10 power minus inverse. And the conductivity of pure BaTiO3 is improved by adding trivalent ions such as La3 plus ions. Nickel oxide is mixed with the NiOH. Its conductivity improves and behaves like a p-type conductor. Here nickel 2 plus, nickel 3 plus, nickel 2 plus. Here electron transfer to this, so become nickel 3 plus. Here also the same. Electron shifts to one position. Here also electron shifts to the one position. The control valence semiconductors are also prepared by making solid solutions of Fe3O4, the spinels such as MgCr2O4, ZnFe2O4, and ZnTA2O4. Here we will see that chalcogen semiconductors or chalcogenide glasses or photoconductors or light sensitive semiconductors. The chalcogens sulfur, silicon, tellurium with more electroactive elements like boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, astatine, bismuth, and lanthanides will lead to form a class of materials known as chalcogenides. These elements with at least one chalcogen element on melting give viscous liquids. On cooling, these liquids will produce glasses are called chalcogenide glasses. These chalcogenide glasses are behave like as semiconductors, and their electrical conductivity increases in the presence of light. Hence, they are known as photoconductors or light sensitive semiconductors. As2Se3 is an excellent well-known photoconductor. These are used in xerography or photocopying process. And these are used to make rewritable CD and DVD discs. The fiber optic chemical sensor systems. Here, production of semiconductor grade silicon, preparation of semiconductors. Silica SiO2 is heated with metallurgical coke in an electrical furnace, produce metallurgical grade silicon. Here the equation is SiO2 plus 2C gives rise to the in the presence of metallurgical process reduction Si plus 2CO. Here Si percentage is 90 to 99%. Pure metallurgical grade silicon. Here 2CO plus O2 gives rise to 2CO2 gas. To obtain semiconductor grade silicon, it is further purified. The metallurgical grade silicon is first treated with air and HCl and then subjected to the fractional distillation. The impurities like Fe and Cu are removed, finally reduced by H2 gas, yielding semiconductor grade polycrystalline silicon. Si plus 3 HCl, SiHCl3 plus H2. The trichlorosilane SiHCl3 subjected to fractional distillation and removes impurities like Fe and Cu. Finally, the purified trichlorosilane SiHCl3 subjected to reduction yielding semiconducting grade polycrystalline silicon. SiHCl3 plus H2 gives rise to Si solid and 3HCl. Here Si semiconductor grade polycrystalline silicon. Purification of metallurgical grade silicon into semiconductor grade polycrystalline silicon by zone refining method or top to bottom method. The metal which is to be purified will be cast into a thin rod, and here one part of the rod, we generally call it zone, is selected and melted by using circular heater in an inert atmosphere, the organic gas environment at 1000 degrees Celsius. The metal melts in the heated zone and the impurities moves from top to bottom as the heater moves down. Finally, the impurities will be setting down at the bottom of the rod. The bottom part will be discarded. It will yield metal or high purity. It's a complete schematic diagram of zone refined metal. It's a clamp, the quartz chamber, pure solidified silicon rod, circular heater moving downwards. Finally, all the impurities are settled at the bottom part of gravity. It's the argon gas, the molten zone containing impurities. There is the fabrication of silicon semiconductor or single silicon crystal formation by Shklarski process. This method is generally used for conversion of randomly oriented polycrystalline silicon into an orderly crystalline silicon. A Shklarski apparent consists of quartz cycle with heating filament 1690 Kelvin, power supply, seed shaft or seed crystal or mold, pulling rod, mechanical rotor. The semiconductor grade polycrystalline silicon is melted in a quartz chamber where the melt is maintained at a wet line of 1690. A mold of single silicon crystal of design dimension and thickness attached to a pulling rod is known as seed crystal. The rod is rolled, molded into molten material and the crystal will be pulled out of the melt into argon gas environment. The molten silicon solidities unlike the design dimension and thickness of the seed crystal. It's the mechanical rotor, the pulling rod, seed crystal oil, and in this it is the heating coil or filament. Is the molten silicon 1690 Kelvin. Is about the semiconductors. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.